What's up guys, and welcome to the Scarge channel. Today I'm going to take you through my vertical jump workout and all the different forms of squat variations I do to increase my vertical jump. I can guarantee you if you do these variations over a few months span, you will see a vast increase in your vertical jump, basically guaranteed. So here we started off with some TKE. I did 2 sets of 25. This is really good to warm up all the muscles around your knee, so it'll get your quads, hamstrings, your calves a little bit, your tibia, all that good stuff. And next we moved on to the bike. I biked for about 5 minutes just to get the blood flow. You could do a jog if you don't have a bike, but I like the bike because I have it set really low, so it really warms up my quads well. Alright guys, so after about 5 minutes of biking, I went into hurdle jumps. The thing about these, you want to start low, and then as you get more warm, you go higher and higher. And basically every time you do these, you try to see what your max height is for the day, and over time you'll eventually progress it. So as I said in the last video, I am bulking right now, so these do feel a little bit harder than normal. But the thing is, that you'll see later in this video, I have made improvements to my overall vertical jump. So don't be scared to put on a little bit of weight, because as long as you're doing it cleanly and over time, your vertical jump is definitely not going to decrease, and most likely if you're doing proper strength training and plyos and all that, it'll increase. So after about 6 to 8 sets of the hurdle jumps, I moved on to box squat jumps. I absolutely love these because of how explosive they are. You can go lightweight with these, or you can put on an extremely heavy load, but the goal is to leave the floor with each squat jump. So you do 3 reps max on these, and then you wait about a minute or so, and you go into vertical jumps. I'm sure you guys have heard of this by now. It's the PAP effect. I don't know, some Russian thing that they've been doing, and it basically makes you get the most out of your strength training. So after the 3 reps of the box squat jumps, you go into, a couple vertical jumps, and if you've done it correctly and you haven't basically fried your CNS from the box jumps, you're going to jump slightly higher, and then over time that slightly higher jump is just going to become your natural jump. So see here, that's a 36-inch vertical. That's not bad. I'm currently like 192, 193 pounds right now, so I'll take that compared to my like 180, 175 pound, and when I was only jumping like 32 inches, so I'll definitely take that. So I do some sets of that, and I keep warming up, and I eventually get up to 405, and once I get up to 405, I don't do the vertical jumps anymore, because at that point it'd be working against increasing my vertical, because it would be too much on my CNS, because these 405 jumps are literally ridiculous. And then here's just my for fun 425. This was my working weight for the day. I did 3 sets of 3 reps. And if you guys want to try this, I don't recommend going too heavy when you first start it, but when you're at the bottom, just sit there for a little bit. In these reps I didn't really do that, but the ones I didn't film, I did do that, and I felt it a lot more in my muscles when I would sit down, pause for a few seconds, and then explode up, rather than just bouncing off the bench and exploding back up. I would feel that more in my joints. So after the 3 sets of 3 on the box squat jumps, I moved on to power cleans. Personally, this is not one of my favorite exercises for the vertical jump, only because there's technique involved, and the total power output you're getting isn't as high as other exercises. So I kind of just do these because I want to get up to a 315 power clean, and it's really just to, if I'm going to be if I'm going to be honest, it's really just to flex. I want to have a 315 power clean, but there are better exercises that do that work on your power, but they're not bad, and if you have the proper form, you're going to be getting more out of it. So there is a plus in these, like being able to learn the technique is, good in its own, plus the actual exercise. So it is a good exercise, but there are better ones for strictly power based, like height on your vertical jump. So I'm warming up here. This is 245. I did 235 is usually my working set. I'll do about 3 reps on that. But I wanted to go for max today because my training volume was heavy today, so I did kind of just do this for fun, if you will, and it was kind of like a let's see how heavy I can go and then move on to the next exercise. So that's kind of what this power clean session was. So here's my 255 PR attempt. When I unracked it, it honestly felt extremely light, and I'm surprised that the outcome of this was kind of bad. See? I mean, I almost had it. If I learned how to like get low on these, then I probably could do it, but that's a whole nother thing in itself, and I don't have time to learn that. I got class starting tomorrow, so. Alright, moving on after the power cleans. After my back offs with the power cleans, I did back squats. So I worked up to a 1 rep max, a new 1 rep max, and then I did back offs with 315 for 3. And I really like this movement for intermediate, beginners, even advanced at some levels, because most people still need to build a little bit of hypertrophy before you can do really specific training like the quarter squat and all that, because the more muscle you have, the more potential obviously you have to put more force in the ground, and if you're doing quarter squats and you're a stick, and then you're not going to jump that high even if you can go super heavy on those. So I like doing these. Keep the reps low because you want to keep it explosive. You're still building muscle, so you can afford to do lower reps on this. Here's a tip I have for you guys that are new to working out or just are maybe plateauing and you're trying to find ways to get better. Make a PR board. Go buy a whiteboard or go buy, something you can write your goals down on and have it basically in front of you when you work out, because I've been doing that lately, and with all my lifts, I have like 30 lifts on my PR board, and it basically motivates me to like know what my PR is, and then it motivates me to obviously go heavier or do more reps of my PR. And I've noticed that it really does help me over time with my PRs. I've been PRing weekly, and I don't know, that usually just doesn't happen, but I feel like since I know the numbers I have to beat, your natural competitiveness will allow you to like break through that. So that's just a tip I have. You guys can try it out and let me know how it works. One thing I've also noticed with the end of my workouts, especially when I have like heavy squats at the end of my workouts like I normally do, because I put the plyos and power stuff first and then I do the strength stuff, is that you just have to do it, guys. You're gonna feel way better after you do it, and I know your legs are gonna be like pretty fried by the time you get to the squats, but at the end of the day, it's worth it, guys. So if you're gonna commit to something, make sure you do it fully 100% and just see where it goes, because a lot of people only give about 90% and then they're just left wondering what they could have done. Alright, so moving on, this is basically one of my last exercises of the workout. I like to do an explosive workout, or explosive exercise at the end. This trap bar jump is something that you can do relatively easily, so it's not like the box squat jump. This is like I'm using a lightweight, I'm trying to jump as high as I can, moving as fast as I can. This or like a weighted dunk session at the end of the workout has been really beneficial for me, and I've seen like pretty instant results from doing them, so I recommend you give it a try at the end of the workout to do like a weighted jump exercise or something of the sort. And then lastly, I did calf raises, single leg calf raises, and I followed them up by little ankle hops. I did about 10 ankle hops, or basically when you reach your peak height. So after this workout, I took my ice bath, enjoyed the rest of my night, got some stretching in, reading. So I'll see you guys next time. Alright guys, if you enjoyed that workout, make sure you like and subscribe for more content. And remember guys, no matter how hard things get, there's always a silver lining. So I'll see you next time. Peace.